Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I am going to be recording some really exclusive Facebook Live videos just for you since you're part of my Lighten Up community. So, today I wanted to talk about something that has been on my heart that I've personally gone through. I think we're all continually on this journey of evolving and trying to get to that next level of our evolution, whatever that may be for you. And so as a part of this community, I want to really tune in and connect with you to see, what is it that you want for your life? And that's why I've been doing a lot of those polls on the group to make sure that I'm serving you at the highest level that I can. So today I wanted to really focus on, how can you get out of your own way and start to consciously create the world, the reality that you really want for your life and that you deserve. So something that I always teach my clients and that I always bring to the table is really looking at that energetic standpoint of our creation. What is it that we're doing every day? What are our habits, our thoughts, our actions? How are you actually showing up to powerfully create your life? And so many of us, if you're new to this type of content, you are a conscious creator. You create everything in your current reality based on these things, on your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. And so today I want to really focus on several key concepts about, how to get out of your own way, why your creation may not be coming into physical form as quickly as you want it to, and what are some really subtle shifts that can help you to get back into alignment so you can attract and bring into physical form what it is that you want. So a lot of people come to me and they want to up-level their life in some way. So maybe they want to attract more financial abundance, or they want to start a business. Maybe they want to release weight and they feel like they're in this cycle of self-sabotage. So I really focus on this basic framework of helping people create the life they want. But before we even do that, a lot of it is releasing these old thoughts, these old ways of being that are actually blocking you every single day. And so I'm going to be pretty raw and real today, just about some of the things that I've seen in myself, in some other people. So maybe you can identify with that as well. So have you been, doing all of the rituals, you're doing your self-care, you're reading listening to the podcast, you're reading all of this spiritual content or inspirational content, but nothing's happening, nothing's changing in your physical reality. So I'm going to teach you that secret sauce today of what conscious creation actually looks like, because what I see a lot of is that people are missing these integral pieces of, this creation process. So you might be doing all of the things. Maybe you're, taking your Epsom salt bath, you're doing your self-care, you're visualizing, meditating, but it's not leading to any tangible results. So you're still stuck in this low level, maybe anxiety or stress or overwhelm that's not allowing you to get to that next level of where you're meant to be in your life and how you really see yourself. And so the reason why you're not showing up and you're not getting to that goal or that dream or whatever that is, you might be missing several key components. So one way that you might be getting in your own way is you're actually not showing up energetically as that person who is, rocking their business, who is financially abundant. And by that, I mean, let's just take a concrete example. Say that you want to make more money in your life and in your business, but you're still held back by these old belief systems and you're afraid to really invest in yourself. So when an opportunity comes up, you shy away from it and you stay down in this, we stay comfortable, we stay safe. We're afraid to, actually invest because that means we're actually getting closer into that person that we have to be. So these are the really subtle ways that your subconscious kicks in to keep you safe, but it's really not serving you because it's not helping you get to that next level. So what I would ask you is, how are you showing up? I just keep going back to, finances, because I hear that a lot with people. Are you playing it safe? Do you have, the money to invest in that coach or invest in that mentor, but you're so held back by these old tapes, these old programs of, I don't have enough, the scarcity mindset, the lack mindset. What are those tapes that are running that are actually preventing you from saying yes and declaring what it is that you want for yourself? That's one way that it shows up, that you get in your own way, that you plant these seeds of intention, you're doing your visualization work, your meditation, you're saying, this is what I want, you're crystal clear on the vision, and then somebody comes into your reality to help you, and you run away. You're like, oh no, but I can't invest the time, energy, I don't have, and then all the excuses come up. So be completely honest with yourself. What does that look like to you? How does that show up in your life? Because if you really want that vision, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there, and fear is naturally going to come up. So how are you not in alignment with your true desire, with what it is that you want to create in your life? That's what's blocking you. That's what's holding you back. And all successful people have made decisions outside of their comfort zone because it stretches you. When you get into that space where, you're making the investment, or you're saying yes to an opportunity, whatever that is, that's going to stretch you. And if we're so afraid and we're staying back in our comfort zone, you're never going to be able to get to that vision. And so this is the cold hard truth that I've learned. I'll just give you a quick example about my life. I've had a business for about 6 or 7 years now, and for the first 5, I didn't get any help. I was like, oh, I'll just do it myself. And now that I actually hired a coach, now that I've gotten the help that I need and the support, I am just growing rapidly. So, this is just a quick example. It doesn't have to be in your finances. It could be in your body. It could be, how do I get more confident? What is that for you? So really the secret sauce is, manifestation or creation is a result of you planting those seeds in visualization, in meditation, taking that guided action to stretch yourself, and having the trust before the physical evidence is there. And so I'll just give another personal example. I just invested in this program. It's a retreat, and I'm going to San Diego. I'm really excited about it. And it's definitely stretching my comfort zone as far as, how much I'm investing. I have to fly all the way to San Diego, but I know that taking that action is going to lead to the physical results that I want in my business and in my life. So how are you showing up? Take an honest inventory. What are the ways that you're getting in your own way? If you want to grow your business, are you, beating yourself up about your body, or is something wrong in your relationship that you're not addressing? Because that lower energy is going to pull you back from going for what you want. And really, all of what we desire as conscious creators is we want to grow, we want to expand and get to that next level. But if you're holding yourself back through these self-sabotaging behaviors, through not eating right and not taking care of your vessel, you can't match that vision that you have for yourself. So if you've gotten crystal clear, you know what you want, you're doing all these manifestation practices and the visualization, but it's still not getting you where you need to be, there's a kink in the chain, and there's somewhere you need to really get clear and honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm going to assess these areas of my life, and where am I out of congruence with that person that I want to be? What does that look like for you? So I would literally take a sheet of paper and write down all these different areas of your life, finances, career, your, how you show up in your body, your confidence. What are those different areas, and how are you out of alignment with who that person is that you see you need to be? So say that your vision is, I want to grow this phenomenal business, or I want to, really be great and feel great in my body, but you're holding yourself back through the thoughts that you're thinking and these self-sabotaging behaviors. How do you expect to get to that result? And I'm not saying it in a mean way. I'm not saying it to joke with anybody. it's just a legit question. How do we expect to get to where we need to be if we're not willing to make those sacrifices? And so write out those areas in your life. And, most people will never do this because it's very confronting, and it's a way that you actually do move forward, because when you can look at it in a compassionate way and be like, I am no longer going to tolerate this, and you rip it up or you burn that paper and you're like, no more, that's when the real transformation starts. And you can start to take those guided action steps to where your soul is calling you, instead of operating in these old paradigms of fear-based and lack, and not being able to, take that leap of faith that you need, and what that is. And this is your wake-up call. It's like, hey, do you expect, if you want to grow in your business, do you expect $10,000 to just jump out of the sky and be like, oh, here it is, I'm going to open my door and there's a pot of gold? No, you have to take those action steps. Yes, it's good to manifest and visualize and all of that, but you need to be taking concrete action steps every single freaking day. Because if you don't, how do you expect to get there? So that's the other part of the equation that people totally miss out on. They think that they're just gonna, wish it and pray, and, that's great. That's a huge component of it, but you need to have that guided action. And let me tell you, every successful person that I've ever talked to or ever read about has done something out of their comfort zone that makes them want to crap their pants. They're like, oh my God, I'm very uncomfortable. I don't know if I should do this. I go through this all the time. I invested big time in a coach this year. And, but at the other side of it, you then get to match that energy of who you're becoming and who you want to be. So if you're, visualizing, you want to be this successful person, you want to feel good in your body, what's it going to take for you to get there? Who would that person be? They would be confident. They would be financially abundant. They wouldn't even have to think about, I don't have enough money and I'm going to stay small. I'm going to stay down here because that's where I'm comfortable. That's where the trust comes in. That's the third component. So we have, the manifestation practices that I talk about all the time, visualizing, getting into that theta wave state where you're, able to really visualize, crystal clear picture, what is it you want? The next step is taking that guided action. Do you need a mentor? Are you getting insights? Do you get, an intuition that you need to start a YouTube channel? I'm just throwing whatever's out there. That's the guided action. You need to be taking action. The last part is trust. Because if you want to get to that next level, whatever that is, if it's, in your business and in your finances, you need to release this old programming and step in, freaking jump in to who you want to be. And this is your wake-up call to be like, hey, if you really want this, you have to sacrifice something. You have to be so committed and declare, this is who I'm going to be, and trust that it's all going to work out, because it does. And whenever I've, taken that leap of faith or trusted, crazy experiences have happened to me. I'll just give a quick example. So I was 24 and, in a really bad place emotionally, physically. I was still binge eating. I was depressed. I was working 60-hour weeks. And I knew that I wanted to grow and expand into something more than just being a pharmacist. And I took a leap of faith and I invested $4,000 into integrative nutrition, which is an online school, and you learn about healing and, integrative health and all these different things. And I was like, this is a big investment. I don't know what I'm doing. And I did it. I did that, probably it was November. And in December, I had my boss give me $3,000 out of nowhere. And that's the thing, when you're so committed to your vision, it doesn't matter. If you're scared, do it. Because that's how you stretch yourself. That's how you get out of your comfort zone. If we're so afraid and we're small and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't, that doesn't match the vision of who you're supposed to be. Every single person watching this video right now has a unique life purpose. You're here for a reason, And if you're staying small, that's not what God wants for you. God wants you to be expansive, to express your light. It doesn't even matter really what you're doing. It's how you're being. And are you cowering in fear, or are you leaning into the trust that, hey, God has my back, everything's okay, I'm going to figure this out? Because that's really where the magic is. And if you lean into whatever your soul is calling you to do, and if you've been thinking about something and it's like, I know I really want to contact that person or try out that program or take this next step in my business, whatever that is, I encourage you to really do it and see the magic that transpires from you making that bold decision and taking that action step to actually causing that to happen, because we are conscious creators. Of course, we have, if you believe in a higher power, God, the universe, I believe in co-creation, but you actively create everything in your reality right now because of the habitual things that you've been doing every single day. So what about changing it up? What is it going to take for you to trust, to lean in and say yes to whatever that is? It could be anything. You know intuitively what it is that you've been putting off, what it is that you should be taking action on, but something is sabotaging you. Something's holding you back. And it's usually tied to fear, thinking that, oh, well, I could never do that, or who am I, or, I'm not good enough, or whatever those bullshit beliefs are. You got to get rid of that. You got to close the loop and just move forward. Take that bold action step. And that's what I really wanted to impress upon your heart today is whatever that is. If it's, a dream that you have, if it's, I just want to feel better in my body, if it's, I want to be more financially abundant, it's okay. It's okay to want those things. It's okay to have desires. But what are you going to do to consciously cause that to happen? Because if you're staying small and you're contracted and you're in the fear place, you can't expand into the woman you're meant to be. And so I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that it really, touched you in a way that moves you and inspires you to action in whatever it is that you need to do. So I'm going to be doing these Facebook Lives specifically in the Lighten Up community because I'm so grateful that you're here, and I know that you are all committed to a journey beyond your wildest dreams, but beyond maybe what you could even fathom for your life. So I am just so excited to be here to support you. I'm always here, so feel free to reach out, comment below. I would love to hear your feedback. And I will be doing these more, so these Facebook Lives more and more. So excited to, be here on this journey with you, and I will talk to you guys soon.